everyone, my name is Shani. It's great to have you with me today. Are you ready for some amazing learning? Let's get started. How did you go in our last lesson, drawing things with the phoneme D? Remember, I drew a doll, a dice, and a delicious donut. I also wrote the letter D underneath each of my pictures. Did you manage to make yourself a letter tile as well? We'll be using these later in our lesson. For our lesson today, you will need something to write on, something to write with, your listening ears, and those letter tiles. So make sure you have everything ready. Let's start with our syllables. Remember, a syllable is a beat in a word. This is a monkey. Let's use our zip lips. Off we go. How many syllables do you hear in the word monkey? 2. That's right. Monkey has 2 syllables. This is a platypus. What word? Platypus. Let's use our zip lips. How many syllables? That's right. There are 3 syllables. And our last picture is a triceratops. Can you say triceratops? Triceratops. Let's use our zip lips. There are 4 beats, 4 syllables in the word triceratops. It's time to do our alphabet now. So come with me, and this time we're going to say them in groups of 3, like this. A, B, C, D, E, F. Are you ready? Let's go back to the beginning and do it together. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Great job. Today, we are going to practice the letter that we can use to read and write the phoneme D. But first, let's do our skywriting. So stand up and have your arms ready. Let's remember, this is the letter D. Our keyword is dog, and the phoneme is D when we see this card. Are you ready? Off we go. D, dog, D. N, nose, N. T, tap, T. S, sun, S. A, apple, A. P, pig, P. M, mouse, M. I, insect, it. Great job. Let's practice writing the letter D. Let's trace it first. Follow me. We start here, we go around, up and down. Do it with me. Start here, go around, up and down. Now we're going to write that letter, but first, let's check to make sure we're holding our pencil correctly. Remember the OK sign. Pinch your pencil, tuck those fingers under, and make sure that your pencil is resting in your hand. Are you ready to write our letter? Watch me first. Start here, go around, up and down, D. Try one. Around, up and down, D. Let's write the letter D 5 more times. Around, up, down, D. Around, up, down, D. Around, up, down, D. 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 Great job. Now we're going to look at some words, and I want you to listen to if you can hear the D phoneme in these words at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end. This is a picture of somebody digging. Can you say dig? Dig. Do you hear D at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end? Let's check. D-ig. That's right, it's at the beginning, so my hands are on my head. These socks are odd. Say odd, odd. Do you hear D in odd? Let's check. Odd. I do, But there's only two sounds in odd. It's a little bit different. So it's actually at the end. Odd, odd. My hands are on my tummy. This dog is under the table. I bet he's getting the scraps from dinner. Can you say under? Under. Let's listen for the D in under. Under. D is in the middle of this word. Well done. My hands are on my shoulders. And our last word is cupboard. Can you say cupboard? Cupboard. Where do you hear D in cupboard? Cupboard. That's right. It's at the end. So my hands are on my tummy. Well done. Now it's time to say some sounds and put those sounds together to make a word. Remember, we're going to use our arm for this task, and we're going to tap out the sounds and run our hand down our arm to make the word. The first word is D-I-P. Did you say dip when my hand ran down my arm like that? Well done. Let's try another one. S-ad. Yes, the word is sad. Let's try another word. D-ad. Dad. That had the D phoneme at the beginning and at the end. D-ad. Dad. And the last one, listen really carefully because it has 4 phonemes. D-r-op. Drop. Did you say drop with me? Well done. Now we've put some sounds together. Let's pull some sounds apart. So I'm going to say the word and I'm going to use my magnets and we will pound and sound. But I first need to clean my board. The first word is and. What word? And. A-and. So let's pound and sound this time. A-and. And. Well done. There are 3 phonemes in and. The next word is dim. What word? Dim. Let's pound and sound. D-I-M. Dim. Great job. The next word is sad. What word? Sad. S-ad. Sad. And the last one, I'm going to need to put one more magnet on my board. The word is drag. What word? Drag. D-rag. Drag. Let's try that one more time. It's a bit longer. D-rag. Drag. Great job. Now it's time to use our letter tiles to build some words. So while you're getting your letter tiles ready, I'll clean my board. I have my letter tiles ready. I want you to say the names of the letters as I put them on the board. D, T, N, I, P, A, M, S. How amazing. Look how many letters you now know. Let's count just how many we know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We know 8 letters and we know the phonemes that these graphemes represent. Are you ready to build some words together? The first word is and. What word? And. I'm going to use my magnets and I want you to tap it out as I slide my magnets up. And. What sound do you hear here at the beginning of the word and? And. Ah, that's right. Which letter do we use to spell ah? The letter A. Great job. Bring it down and say ah. Ah. What's our next phoneme in the middle? And. It's the N phoneme. Yes. Which letter do we use to spell N? That's right. The letter N. Bring it down and say N. And. What's our last phoneme? And. It's the D phoneme. Which letter do we use to spell D? Yes, it's the letter D. Bring the letter D down and say D. Read the word that we just built. And. Excellent. I want you to write this word now. Remember, if you need a little bit of help, that's okay. My word's going to stay here on the board. But if you can do it without peeping, have a go. Tap out the sounds in and. Say the sounds as you write the word. Off you go. And. Can you read the word that you just wrote? And. Does yours look like mine? Give it a tick if it does. Fix it if it doesn't. Well done. Let's put our letter tiles back and let's try a new word. Our next word is the word dip. Can you say dip? Dip. Let's sound it out. D-ip. Dip. What phoneme do you hear here at the beginning? D-ip. D. Well done. Which letter do we use to write D? The letter D. Here it is. Bring your letter tile down and say D. What's the phoneme in the middle? D-ip. D-ip. I. That's right. Which letter do we use to write I? Yes, the letter I. Bring it down and say I. And our last phoneme, D-ip. D-ip. It's the P phoneme. Which letter do we use to spell P? Yes, the letter P. Bring the letter P down and say P. Put those sounds together. Let's read the word we just built. D-ip. Dip. Have a go at writing that word now. Let's start with tapping the sounds out again. D-ip. Dip. As you write it, say the sounds. D-ip. Dip. Now let's read the word that you just wrote. D-ip. Dip. Tick and fix. Good job. Put our letter tiles back and we have a new word. The word is sad. What word? Sad. Let's tap it out. S-ad. Sad. What sound do you hear here? S-ad. S-ad. That's right, the S phoneme. Which letter do we use to write S? Yes, it's the letter S. Bring it down and say S. What's the phoneme in the middle? S-ad. S-ad. It's the A phoneme. And which letter do we use to spell A? Yes, it's the letter A. Bring it down and say A. We have one more phoneme at the end. Listen carefully. S-ad. S-ad. What phoneme? D. That's the phoneme we're practicing today. Which letter do we use to write D? Yes, the letter D. Bring it down and say D. Let's read the word that we just built. S-ad. Sad. Now it's time to write. Get your pencil ready. Tap out the sounds. S-ad. Sad. Write the letters and sound it out as you write. S-ad. Let's read the word that you just wrote. S-ad. Sad. Tick and fix. Does yours look like mine? Well done. I'm going to add a sound to this word. Are you ready? The word is sand. Can you say sand? Sand. I wonder where we might need to add a sound to this word. Sand. Sand. That's right. We need to add a sound in here. Can you tell me what sound you hear? Sand. Sand. I can hear the N phoneme, can you? Which letter do we use to write N? Yes, it's the letter N. Bring the letter N down and say N. N. Let's read the word we just built. S-and. Sand. Have a go at this one. This has 4 phonemes. So let's see if we can write this word. Tap out the sounds first. S-and. There are 4 phonemes. Sound them out as you write the letters. S, A, N, D. Let's read the word that you just wrote. Sand, sand. Tick or fix. So today we have been practicing that the letter D represents the phoneme D. The letter name is D, say D. Our picture is dog, say dog, dog. And our phoneme is D, say D. Well done. Let's put it all together and practice our skywriting. So stand up and have your skywriting arms ready. Off we go. D, dog, D. Again, D, dog, D. One more time. D, dog, D. Well done. We've also learned that we can read and write these words. And. Dip, dip. Sad, sad. And sand. Let's read them one more time as whole words a little bit faster. And, dip, sad, sand. Great job. Before we see each other again next time, I would like you to have a look at the pictures that I'm going to put on the board. So I'll move my letter tiles up. And I'll put these pictures on the board. This is a picture of a mad face, mad. This is a picture of a tap. This is a picture of a mat. This is a picture of some sap. Oops, that's upside down. Put it this way. And this little girl is sad. Let's do the first one together. Let's look at the word mad. We're going to tap it out. Let's tap it out. Mad. And I want you to write it and say the sounds as you write the word. Mad. Well done. So I want you to practice to do this with all of our other pictures. Once you've written the word, you can go back and read them. Or perhaps you might use all of your letter tiles to build that word. At the end of the lesson, I'll show the board again, and I want you to press pause so that you can see those pictures. You've all done an amazing job, and you're getting really clever at reading and writing lots of different words. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and I can't wait to see you again next time. Bye.